Hello. Hello, hello. I am Bert. Bert is here. I forgot where we were at. Mr. Edwards won't tell us anything. Let's go look for clues down by the lake. It's a very deadly Christmas, Charlie Brown. Yeah. Hate it when that happens. Oh, yes. I had just finished talking to you. What's this? No, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Next photo's blurry, Larry. It was taken last night. Last night? Larry did something last night. Look at that face. He robbed a bank or something. But indeed it is. Last night. Sorry, Nick, I don't know much about that. I'm just a simple vendor of samurai dogs, dig? Okay. But that's your attorney's badge, isn't it? You'd really help back out in that trial. I can't really pay you. Could you pull it on Fiance? Have all the dogs you want. Really? Mary, you let her eat all your... Let her at your dogs. You won't do anything for the other customers. No problem, that what makes her happy, you know? How many times do I have to remind you it was me who got you off the hook? Very did. It's something smells. There's probably an OSHA violation going on in that samurai dog cart. With that, it's a camera. You take pictures with it. Huh? Hey, you mean you don't know what a camera is? Of course I don't. They're all on my phone now. You know, the junior high graduate. Talking about the weird contraption on that camera. Now that. That's hard to explain, just forget about it. Now the common response is it's the butt. I reject that reality. And I intend to replace it with my own. Because that hot dog cart has nothing in it to either refrigerate the dogs or keep them warm, from what we can see. Although I'll do it once, just for you. It's the butt. Hello, Shadows. How are you doing? Alright, do you know this guy? Who's this? I don't know, that's why I asked you. Who's this, Maya? Well... Larry is as helpful as always. Hey Nick, benches! Take a break and maybe have a dog. I think not, it's too cold to eat hot dogs out here. Is that from a mission? Heck yeah. Indeed it is. Winky City Boy, you should try standing under freezing waterfall sometime. Can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Man, whoever calls their project the original first wins. My dad, world famous to the sign. Hey, good idea. What have I done? You created an abomination, Nick. Do it. Say the cuss word. Later. I will... sometime. Someday. I can't do it in front of Bert and Blep, okay? Okay? They're innocent little guys. Let me show you. I will take a picture, send the picture to myself, and show you Bert and Blep. And I will also plug the place where I got them. Enjoy the bird sounds. You know what? Let's move back to Larry so that there's music. Give me. Hello, Deli. I'm gonna show the thing. The thing I showed you yesterday. Don't worry. I just need to change this. You like. Don't worry. We're getting there. I don't know where I put this. How did I get into my music folder? One moment, I gotta see where I saved this to. I didn't save this as a PNG. There we go. One of them is saved as a JPEG and the other is a PNG. Hello, Engel. Okay. This isn't the picture I meant to grab first, but you know what? Why'd this come in so big? That's... One moment, I gotta lock the game. And I don't... Okay, there's the portrait of Blep. That wasn't closed. You'll find. Take my time. Okay. The problem is that the time is gonna be like 50 minutes. Okay, one moment. Gotta lock that. Got 50 minutes. Sounds good. I will bring everything to a screeching halt to talk about Bert and Blep. Hello, Atlas. You got right in time for Bert and Blep. How are you doing?
Ain't nothing.
I nearly shouted out Bert and Blep.
Oh, okay, I think we just pulled out a win from a very tight spot.
I'm also gonna...
Not right now. Yes! Attaboy! That's our beetle! Woo!
How was the Ace Attorneys for you? It's... Yeah. And also, here's where I got it from. They do, like, they call it a plushie rescue, and that honestly seems to be accurate. Okay. All I paid for was Blep here. You can't see me, but I am holding Blep up. The way a toy reviewer might. And it looks like Bert seems like he was handmade. He is very soft. Bert is what I named the little elephant. Because there's very clearly a hand-sewn little seam here in the back. And there also isn't a tag. I love Bert. Bert is excellent. They also gave me candy. None of this is sponsored, by the way. They also gave me a sticker that is a cow and is surrounded by, like, grapes. I called it a cow eating a grape because I have worked enough with cattle to know that grape got, like, 10 seconds before the cow eats it. Wait, those might be blueberries. I think those are blueberries. I've never seen a blueberry bush in person. Do blueberry bushes... Well, I guess currant bushes kind of grow like that. What even is... One moment, I got it. I will return to plugging them when I figure out what a blueberry bush looks like. Oh, they do grow like that. Okay. Regardless, it got like... And yes, very cute. Very, very cute. These blueberries, you know, be in existence for like... like 30 more seconds. They are going to be launched. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't blame it. There's also a unicorn and a hot air balloon. I love it. This unicorn has no clue where it's going. But you know what? It's still happy. And that's something we should all aspire to. But yes, I have the thing pinned. Their link tree. And yes, they be great. Yes. See, Blep sometimes just rolls down a hill for fun. They are very round. And apparently, like, they just kind of found Blep effectively on the side of the road. They just cleaned it up. Lovely. Anyways, this has been me going on a tangent about Bert and Blep, which probably lasted like 10 minutes. I love Bert and Blep. Also, and Bert is very small, so they sleep in a little sock. And I have... He's like... Okay, there are these gum that is sold where I work that come in, like... Effectively, it's supposed to look like a little burlap sack. I bought them. Initially, I bought it because I wanted to use the bags for dice. But the gum actually tastes pretty good. This also isn't sponsored. But regardless, I got like 6 of these bags now. And Bert uses them as pillows. One moment. Bert. Okay, I did a thing and now y'all have to see this. I'm sorry. Don't worry, we'll get to the Ace Attorneying in 3 to 5 business years. But first, y'all need to see Bert in a cup. Okay? Look, trust. 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 Y'all want to see Bert Cup. You also get to see how horrifically messy my desk is. But you know what? It's worth it for Bert Cup. Need it. Thank you, Deli. I would like to say this is going to that's gonna go into my college fund. But it might just go into buying more. I want to say this cup was meant to be like a shot of espresso. Because it has beamed me up. But I don't regular drink coffee. Yes, he's very small and cute. And like handmade and very soft. And he was free. I only bought Blep. I only bought these. I only bought Blep here. The rest was free. In total with shipping, it was like 20 bucks. Their link tree is pinned. Yeah. Shipping costs may vary because it's depending on the weight of the thing. But overall, it's absolutely lovely. They also have a YouTube channel, which is on their link tree, where they have... Because they just, like, go out. They, like, go to Goodwill. Effectively. I don't know. That might be a very Midwest thing. They go to, like, the local thrift store. And they take the ones which... Like, they'll take any, really, and clean it up. And if, for whatever reason, it absolutely cannot be cleaned up or fixed up, they'll at least try to repurpose it. So they do a lovely job.
Hey, you know, one time I got killed by a
Yeah.
rock
That's been me plugging them for like 10 minutes.
Thank God.
That's amazing, yeah. Also, person introduced to it was Marsh. Her comms are open.
You look a bit strange.
Okay. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Just a smidge.
Also known as we're staring at Bert in a cup for the next 2.5 hours. Just kidding. I'm gonna start flashing that image of Bert in a cup. And I'm gonna start pretending that I never see it. But yeah. Then looking camera face away. My large microphone and blue plastic sheet. It is attached to the camera. But yes, thank you all for listening. I guess I gotta go here? Okay. Turn to it, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Not a gumshoe in sight. Detective Gumshoe is in the questioning room, apparently important witness showing up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. Has to be. Oh. One of the detectives, he mumbling something to himself. Crowd wearing drab clothes. Never entered the target's field of vision. Was doing image training for trailing. Is it? It's not there. Yes, Brosbury Law offices. And that old familiar clearing of the throat. Ah, you miss something, are you not? Understudy, yes. He thinks right. And now you're Mia's something, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. Comes to look a lot like your sister, you know. Takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. The scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see? Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. That's terrible news indeed! Guess he hadn't heard anything. He actually was sleeping this whole time. The Grossberg? Whatever happened to that painting? Oh, yes. I don't think I shall ever come back home to this office. Got to be clever that's stolen. It's just my deserts. Old bizarre deserts. Strange. Yet though I've seen this man before. It's a ghost! Do you remember? You're the lawyer. You're in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond. So this is the man Edgeworth shot. This is the moment the crime took place, eh? Yes. You can't really say for sure that's Edgeworth. Not sure whether that's a good or a bad thing. Not sure at all. My apologies. Not sure I can help you with finding Gordy. The camera on the lake take the road west motion sound. That's what she said. Just happened to be set up on the beach. Pointing out the lake. Yeah, she said photograph shooting stars. Shooting stars, explosions, what's the connection? Suspicious of this witness of yours. Wouldn't you have it at my astronomy class, which I took 1 year, says, which practically makes me an expert on this. Who's this Hammond guy anyway? Mr. Hammond! It was a defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes. The incident. DL6. Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure they'll mention it during trial for Mia's murder. It was an incident where the police were so lost they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. Spirit medium, Misty Fairy, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. The case was lost, no conviction was made. TS6 incident, yeah. Happened 15 years ago, a very strange case indeed. Never caught the criminal, right? The music has changed. The music is... It's different now. It's getting emotional. Everyone, look at Bert in a cup. Free yourselves from the emotions you must be feeling. Missy Fay used her power to shock the spirit of the late victim. Testimony that the charge is laid against one man. But Mr. Abbott won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. Good morning, Engel. I love this voice. I'm glad to hear it. It is emotional time in here. Very much emotions. Much wow. Declared innocent. And the police will blame my mother, calling her a fraud. I don't... Look. I don't care how, like, religious you are. I don't think that's the right word. I don't want to say superstitious either. I don't know how much you believe in ghosts. If my standard is beyond a reasonable doubt, I don't think, even if I were inclined to these things, that I would be able to, in good faith, convict someone based on the testimony of a spirit medium or alleged spirit medium. But yes, I'm glad you like the voice angle. You're the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes. Yes, right. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL6. A lot of people would convict or would be hard pressed to. Never thought I'd hear that name again. Oh wait. Case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim of the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? His father? You want to know more? You should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait, this photograph of my mother? Well, thank you, Mr. Grossberg. Miss Vintager's room. What's this? Hoping you got my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? Nah, no concern of yours. Hasn't found anyone yet. Please don't stare directly into the camera like that, Edgeworth. You know what? I think I think I know how to fix this. So as I'm not too unnerved, we'll just... There we go. This works perfectly. Yes. Nothing suspicious about this at all. Edgeworth? It's only been about 24 hours since you last visited. You've made incredible progress in your investigation. Okay, it's not fitting as well right now. I'll admit, I'm impressed, right? You're single-minded in your work, though. On something you always see through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That's why I refused your offer to defend me. Sorry if I sounded like you went up to the job. Want to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But, see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Whatever you like, and answer to the best of my abilities. DL6 incident when my father died. Right before my eyes, he was shot and killed, and I saw it all. Memories from that time are foggy. Self-defense mechanism. The case suspect was arrested, a man. Pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. Spirits medium said they used to talk to my father, said the same thing. Standing by the name of Robert Hammond cleared that suspect's name. Hammond is the victim of Ford Lake murder? Correct. The spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean you're... No making that expression at me, Edgy. You know that means you get the elephant. I'm sorry, I can't. So strange. Thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end. 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th. Statute of limitation on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? Statute of limitation runs out. Legally, the case never happened. No, it just means I can't do anything about it anymore. It still happened. It's just... Okay, I guess you could say legally it never happened. That's not entirely inaccurate with how they'll treat it after that. But it's just like... Let's say hypothetically... I don't know. I steal a candy bar from a store. And they don't manage to catch me until after the statute of limitation. It's just, after a certain point, it tends to vary depending on, like, the seriousness of the thing, from my understanding. But, effectively, after a certain point, the witnesses aren't going to remember very well. Evidence might have been lost, it could have been misplaced, it could have deteriorated. Maybe I just took a bite out of that candy bar and left it there. The statute of limitations was like 30 years, or maybe I took a bite out of like a peach or something. That peach is gonna be rotten and deteriorated. And so it's not worth chasing someone down over anymore. Thank you for listening to me rant about my novice understanding of legal topics. What happened to the suspect, the one who got off innocent? I don't know, he disappeared from public view, no one knows where to. He's alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. To understand why he'd go into hiding. Hard to live life after a murder suspect in such a big case. So was your father a lawyer? He was. But he was quite famous at the time, apparently. Are you still trying to follow in his footsteps? I'd rather not talk about it. What's that? Not in the mood for a banter ride. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything I'd want to say about that. Who thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, right? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no? So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. Let me ask you to do this now. I know he wants to defend you. Yes, will you? No! One moment, I gotta save. I wanna know what happens if I say no. Sorry, Edgeworth, no way. Right. Nick? Hey, don't be serious, guys. I was kidding. Just a little joke. There's nothing little. What joke like about it? I thought it was funny. Nick, do it over. Yes, Your Honor. Reviews you, Edgeworth. Thank you, right? My chance finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind, I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. Letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Edward's request put in pocket. I guess then we should... What's that? Earthquake! It's a big one! Wow! Calm me down. Whatever deity is in this area has approved. Or disapproved. You can't tell. It could have been raucous cheering. Or it could have been... seething anger. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. That's inducible well with earthquakes. Heard a rank would curl up in a ball. Is he beneath the desk? I've heard that's a thing people do. I guess we're done. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's gonna stand up anytime soon. So we're just gonna leave him there? Wow. We're a great lover. Let's go, Nick. Right. And give Edgeworth's request to Detective Gumshoe. Are you gonna help him? Okay, I guess we're just gonna leave him having a panic attack on the floor. 25th. What's going on here? Hey, what's wrong, Detective? My lady come in here just a while ago. She said came talk to y'all after what Mr. Wright had to say. What's all this about, pal? Not hard. We're going around finding more witnesses. If that's the sentence, pal. No, not at all. Yes, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. Can't go around covering up evidence. You try and say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Look, we thought we were helping. Look what I got. You did, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. Rip them up and start a new one for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Hey! I feel that earthquake a while back. I'm worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Well, what about you two? I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, he did seem to react well now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Pretty big quake. Gonna go check on him. You're gonna eat your rest. Go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. The only one who's going to check on him is Gumshoe. Wow. Later. Wonder what is it, Mr. Earthquake? Wonder he was less scared than when he was in school. And again, I only got to know him in the 4th grade. I went to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Yo. What? 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. And lost a case in his 40-year career. That sounds like corruption to me. God of prosecution, right? A god. Single case. You do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. So it is fraud. Fraud and corruption the whole way down. What else I know, Edgewood? Can't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. I once watched him jump over the bench and knock out and challenge the opposing attorney to a boxing match. It was wild. He won, but he nearly got disbarred. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. Yeah, Mr. Updated Autopsy Report. What it means to prosecute. What? To prosecute a vicious enemy multiplied by a factor of 10. So, was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. Trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait, he's playing this purpose to help you out. Okay, this seems like a conflict of interest. How did he even get assigned to this case? Not a chance. And lost once in 40 years. 40 years! This is me times 20. It's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's God among persecutors. Something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Of Maya? You're using me as help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't, sorry. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. Couldn't reach? Because I haven't been training. How's the week again? Oh man, what bad timing! Being back. Grady, thing, it's in your meme channel, thank you. And thank you for reminding me of that bar movie I saw as a child. These words to Weedy Grizz. Bad orb. Hey, Borb. I am no Borb. It's perfect. Thank you, I love it. I'm going to be putting this in the file of things. I would print this out and put this on my refrigerator. As for now, I'm just pinning it. It's perfect. Thank you. It's perfect. I would put it on the refrigerator. You know what? Let me show. We're gonna have another. We're going off the rails again. Glad you like it. Yes. Yes, I love it. Look. Look. Gaze upon its beauty. It's beautiful. There are too many things, too many images, too many alerts, not enough lockdown. I don't know if y'all can read that. It's in the Discord server. Y'all want a better view. But it's great. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Grizz. Thank you.
You're not gonna get many opportunities to look around like this, huh?
Yes. Yes, yes. Also go check out the Grizz. They do good stuff. I also love how you use two separate images of Blep. Oh, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Witchcraft? Oh, it's nothing. It's time, let's head in. We aren't doing witchcraft. It's like 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Fourth now session for trial, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Okay, this judge... Okay, it might not be a conflict of interest because they had a strictly professional relationship. Ready, Your Honor. Why do you look like a vampire? This man looks like a final boss of Castlevania. Look at him and tell me I'm wrong. About to say the same, yeah. He has a name, Manfred von Karma? That's a vampire name. Miss von Karma, is prosecution ready? Cool. He looks even more like a vampire now. I didn't think that was possible. It's the same person, in the same outfit. Why do you got spaghetti eyebrows? You know he's a villain because of his spaghetti eyebrows. Got them thin little spaghetti eyebrows. Did you think that I would stand here were not completely prepared? Alright, my apologies. Got even the judge scared. Well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness. Where is my opening statement? Where is it? I didn't get one. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? I mean, with a name like Von Karma, he very well might be. Denied. How am I supposed to fight against this? Oh, detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Gumshoe's first, let's see how this goes. We didn't get the witness testimony thing. Or the incident now. Yes, sir. She looks nervous. Please take a look at this map, see? Murder happened around Christmas Eve right at midnight. There's one boat in the very middle of the lake. 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here near that lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Okay, it doesn't give me a time on the autopsy. Boat started to move, and towards the boat rental shop. Go ahead and map that to the court record. That's why I did the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes, actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Don't you waggle your finger at us. Wrong, there's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. No, it's not. Don't listen to him, Judge. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not. I agree with Edgeworth. No, he's not. Been serious finger waggling. I'm about ready to bite that finger right off. Man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. There's a scene of crime fast we could. Where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him anything at all, but the next morning the body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. That's all you got. He is taking a walk alongside the lake. At night. Admittedly, that's a weird thing to do. But this proves nothing. I see, very well. Continue cross-examination, attorney, now. Then he would claim you to have rabies. I mean, if someone jumps over the, bench, runs over and bites the opposing attorney, I don't think that's entirely a bad claim. Conversation around 30 minutes after midnight. Received call from a man. Yep. He said there was a woman camping there. She's the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Objection! The woman and the man are 2 different people, obviously. Different people. They're 2 witnesses. Huh. Their testimony were quite similar, however, today of some of the women who was camping. Woman who was camping, a lot of heart. The liar. happened next, Detective? How long was it in your report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you were framed from casual revealing plot and secrets. That... I don't think that's necessarily a secret. Yes, sir. Would you next to your salary review? Salary cutting noises. Not much to look forward to these days. I'm Detective Daydreaming. Continue. Poor Gumshoe. So we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murder at all, really. Detective, no quote was facts, not your opinions. I mean, that's actually a fair objection. Just because he's not. Okay, how many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Although saying he was calm, not like I'd expect someone to be like that. Well, a matter of opinion. I don't know. Man, he's got a share of objections. Expect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think it was very suspicious? You should know. Do you trust in relationship with the prosecutors? Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep trusting poppycock. Look, he's definitely a vampire. I haven't heard anyone say poppycock in several hundred years. Outside of Shakespeare. Or something like that. I've heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. She doesn't look so good. Continue. Now. Finding clues on the body. Single bullet was recovered from the body, see? Not through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike the bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet accepted. So we had to arrest him. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. Murder weapon? Did he rent the boat? A pistol. That could come to you. A piece of information. Please provide for your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. Found the boat was decisive evidence. Well, pistol made it decisive evidence. Tisk. Made me laugh at Edward. There are fingerprints on the pistol and boat. Fingerprints from Miss Edgeworth's right hand. What? I can't tell if that's right or left-handed. What? Order. So Miss Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Members of the court, now the pistol used to murder, bullet found in the body. Detective? Yes, sir. Bullet found in the body fired from this pistol. Oi, this is something that you should have asked earlier. Mark found pistol for the bullet man at the pistol. Hey Nick, what does it mean ballistic markings? Shocking to imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, let me explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Shouldn't you get the expert to do this? Nick, markings are the fingerprints of a gun. Bear leaves a distinctive mark on each bullet it fires. And these ballistic footprints see which gun fired the shot. Quite accurate. Indeed. He's one inevitable conclusion. Both found the victim's heart. And now fired from this pistol. Okay, I don't have a very deep understanding of this. But from what I understand, you can tell the general make and model. Not necessarily... If I were to present you with, like... Ah! Hello, Spooky! How are you doing? Welcome in.
What?
Hoi hoi.
Oh, goodness.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know.
We're doing, the DL6 case.
What? Dude, I don't even
The Christmas
know.
case. You're going to seek breakfast.
No.
Enjoy. Also, before you go, look at Bert in a cup. Went off a clip. Understandable, but look at Bert. Look at Bert. And look at Blep. Look at them. Be arrayed, yes. Look. Look at them. He's squishable. Yes, I got it. I got it from the pinned link. I don't know if they have any more. At the moment, they have, like... They do a second-hand reselling of plushies they just find in places like thrift stores. And they, like, clean them up and stuff. Like, Blep here. They just kind of found Blep on the side of the road, from what I understand. And they just cleaned him up. And he looks great. And then Bert is what I'm calling the little elephant. Bert came in there free. And they also gave me candy. And also, Bert looks like he was handmade. Because there's this little seam on the back that's very clearly hand-sewn, and I love him. Random plushie made stuff, I'm using one as my regular pillow for nearly 9 years. I just found them this year through, like, a YouTube ad. I saw the Venus flytrap one, and I was immediately reminded of Nitrome, the Feed Me from Nitrome. If any of you remember that, yeah. Bert is excellent. Are you using one of the moths as a pillow out of curiosity? But yes. Pufferfish? I don't know if I've seen that one. I gotta look at it. One moment. I gotta see it. It's on the Squishable website, yeah. One moment, I gotta look at the pufferfish. I 100% vouch for them. Honestly, I do too. Especially since... Yeah, the pufferfish looks amazing. Since they look like they... From the website, it seems as though they make a good attempt to treat their employees well, which is good. But yes, thank you for sharing. I have one of their bees, the chinchilla one. I have the pink moth, and then I got a Venus flytrap. And I also have Blep here. They're all very good. Yes. Gotta check the flytrap. It's pretty good. That's cool. It is. It has like a little magnet in the mount too. There's too many plushies I want to buy, and not enough money. Yeah. That doesn't it remind me of Feed Me, if you are familiar with that at all. They're so big. They are. And then they have like the mini, the standard, and then there's the giant fly trap. I want the giant fly trap. However, I know I don't need it. And that is where it all falls apart for me. Because the witch, as you know, recall, that was Defend's own fingerprint. Feed me Seymour. That's what most people think. I got the only 2 standards I have of them. I got during like the anniversary sale when everything was like half off. But it's very good. Got acquired breakfast. Yes. Good. Go get foods. Enjoy. Let me know what you have. Bend his own fingerprints. Everyone murmurs. Order. This is bad. Looks like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, say something decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt? Well, it's some fatigue, so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge, doing 10-minute recess now. Wait, if I get preliminary again, I'll get on with it, man. Yes. So it will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Bruh, this case could get appealed so hard just on the transcript alone. I won't lie. Edgeworth, what's going on here? It's on the murder weapon. That pocket photo made one thing clear. Only one could shot the man with person in photo. True. Is that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? You must believe me, I didn't shoot him. And who did? I don't know. Don't know, weren't you right there? Heard a gunshot from close by. The other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? The only explanation I can come up with. I can convince anyone of that. Hey, Maya? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. I know, I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? Oh, my sister, I might as well not be here. No, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help me out, even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right? Hey, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. More spirit medium can't even contact spirits. Well, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately, but you never know when my luck is gonna let it run out. That's not something you say. Really? Well, right. Don't jinx this case any more than already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. That's okay. If everything keeps going according to this, you got like 5 minutes left to live anyway. Court is by concession, Mr. Belcom. I'll call you witness. Yes. Well, Miss Lotterheart, take the stand. Lotterheart, you a research student at a university? That I am. Good, begin by telling us why you saw the night of the incident. You're not any trivial or subjective, understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well, your testimony, please. It's Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. That was the most suspicious I was in my car I've ever seen. This bang come up from the lake. Looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. And there was another bang. Wasn't there anything on the lake but a boat? Okay, it says fired 3 times. Only one of them hit? How do you miss someone 3 times? Furthermore, after someone tries to shoot you, and they miss twice, and they... How is there not a struggle? Surely Edgeworth would have had such... and... nothing. Huh? Judge, I had to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. I accept it as evidence. Oh, well, this is a surprise. Like the very moment of the murder. Order! I'll remove people from the courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As she testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. No other lakes on that boat. So the man in the boat victim must have been the one who shot him. Defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Order. 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 I will have order. Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have no doubt about this case. Now this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? In other words, they all read guilty. If you were a good lawyer, you'd let him do this just to avoid him appealing it. You lose. Or do you claim to find a contradiction in the testimony? Very well, if you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. Only if Landry asks me in question. Fail to find anything. Then I'll have you held in contempt of court. Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? Guess I understand. Well, what are we going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the text in her testimony? Yes. Yes, there was. I think I noticed one little thing. I'm Nick. I didn't notice anything. Take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. And I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Just after midnight? Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Oh yeah, well, yes. I know you won't find contradiction, but really... It's a little more relevant to trial. Witness, continue testimony. Why are you camping there anyway? Student at the university, I'd say, but use my research. Sounds very suspicious. Hello there, Heavy. How are you doing? Also, Heavy, look at Bert. Look at Bert. Look at him. It's Bert. That has been Bert. Good, just about to have some lunch? Sounds good. What are you gonna have? Besides, could you please be more specific about your research? Glorious, yes. Witness motive and camping lake have to do with this case. How's about the fact that she was camping right in front of a no camping sign? Yes, Bert is glorious. Objection sustained. Hey, now I'm the one who says that. They'd already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So you weren't looking at Blake at that time? Nope, I looked after I heard the noise. Said that already. How'd you find contradiction, not leader chat with the witness? Ugh. Saw two Jansen about. Try and decide, make pizza or tacos. You could always put the... Or, you could always put the taco ingredients on top of the pizza. Or vice versa. Pretty clearly see the two men. Look at the picture, clean enough for you? Oh. I don't know, that doesn't look very clear to me. Wait a second. I was asking you about the photo. Asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, of course. It's justified that you saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. And quick, he's hiding something. Was another bang. Very moment the shot rang out. Well, yeah, sure. Meaningless question. Meaningless. Right? Not meaningless animal. Well, Karma, I think I hate you. Try and keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Anything I don't like about that boat? Are you sure about that? Yes, sure as country cat can be. I sound pretty sure. How come you're so sure? The heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake. Sounds like she's more interested in lake than the boat. Oh, you. Think Heavy Jr. would like that. Would be too many mixes of food. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'd personally go with tacos then myself. But that's maybe because I have tacos less often than pizza. That's right. That's the question in full. Need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what sustained. Oh, so great. Enough, I think we need to hear, Miss Right? Unfine connection testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor, keep your promise. I'm afraid that penalize any further outbursts. In contempt of course. And you have to leave courtroom immediately, understood? Nick, oh, that's that one fishy, real fishy. I mean, but I can't say anything. What can I do? Cover the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. And pass your judgment. What king? This is even more kangaroo than this kangaroo court is kangarooing normally. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hold it! Who was that? It was me. Maya? Something wrong? You need to use facilities. No, I do not. Not heart, your testimony stinks. Clear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lana, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire a pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge defense outbursts. Answer me, Lana. What's the big idea in some kind of criminal? I swear I saw Edgeworth. No. Judge. For defense in contempt of the court. Yes, of course. Sorry, but you were warned. Guard? You must ride out of the courtroom. Contempt of court must leave. No. Wait. When he made the outburst, Your Honor, Nick is innocent. Ah, what's the difference? Range for guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix, right? Wrong. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. Change the testimony, and I have right to cross-examine her again. Order. You heard contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Miss Von Karma, but I cannot. We got one over on Von Karma. Out of the turntables. Miss Lord has made a new testimony. Defense have the right to cross-examine her again. These are contempt of court. No, I am. You're going to arrest me? Someone arrest me. Very well. I say you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. I do the rest. Good luck. Maya. We're winning. I'd care enough for this melodrama. Listen now, Mr. Wright. I'm not tolerating badgering of my witnesses. Running out of time. I'd find a contradiction here else. In your cross-examination. That last statement. That's it? I didn't think we can't water Maya's efforts either. Well, what about the other man? Cannot expect. That's in the other promise, right? I would claim those contradiction. Find it, if you can. Assign you penalty. What? Okay. What kind of? Got you. Got you, Miss Hart, finally. What? We got what? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? I don't know why she suddenly became British. Taken by a professional, high-quality film, correct? You even could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? She looks like someone just punched her in the nose. The right has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in testimony, please. And he spun this bard again. Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. I could possibly see Mr. Edgeworth. Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. Hello, Anu. How are you doing?
Get on the floor, bitch. Roar, no, I'm gonna hit you in the head.
Also, look at Bert. That's not Bert. This is Bert. Doing good, just relaxing with some Kenshi. That's good. It Bert. How was the Kenshi? Yes, it Bert. He's a small elephant. He fit in small cup. Yes. Bert! Yes, Liz. Bert! Glad to hear that. Bert. It Bert. We love Bert. Bert is great. I don't know why I'm moving Bert around. Bert also came with Blep. They are Blep and Bert. 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 Yes. Bert. It's Bert. We love Bert. Bert is amazing. Bert and Blep, Bert and Blep, yes. Yes. Look. Sometimes he'll just roll down hills for fun. Yes. Bert and Blep. Yes. Bert and Blep. Woo! And now back to our regularly scheduled murder trial, I guess. I love them I mean, the link is pinned. If you would like to buy something from the website yourself.
How are you? How was your stream? What did you stream? I'm gonna shout you out. Oh, I'm
'Cause-
an idiot.
Okay, I only bought Blep, and I got Bert for free.
Why did I code
And
it?
Bert very clearly seems to be handmade, because there's like... Because it doesn't have a tag, and there's this little seam on the back. I love Bert. I love Bert. Bert is amazing. They also gave me candy. And this sticker. Initially, I thought it was a cow eating a grape. It has become clear to me that this bird is love, bird is life. Yes. I put the cow eating blueberries somewhere, but it's a sticker. I found it. Yeah. Bert is great. We love Bert. Let's put Bert back up. You know what? We don't need any of the rest of this. We don't. We don't. It's Bert stream now, yes. Where's my Bert Twitch category? You know what? It has to be Bert and Blep. Can't have Bert without Blep. This is a stream now. Bert and Blep sounds like a cute co-op game. It does. It very much does. I would do that. I would play that. Yeah, and thank you, Liz. Bert and Blep. We love Bert and Blep. They're great. Where'd I put my PNG? There it is. Bert, Bert, Bert. Blep, 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 blep. Yes. They're perfect. Regardless. They do be amazing. They'd be great. And I couldn't, I said I could. They're great. Also, that there's this. I love this. There's also a little ribbon which had certified adopted on it. And if it were just a little bit longer, I would tie it on a bow on Blep's ear. Alas, I'm not good enough at tying bows for it to get it as it is. It is very cute. It's perfect. It's perfect. This has been me gushing about Blet and Burp again. If you so desire to get something similar, because they have secondhand stuff, so... And they just from what I understand, they just kind of found Blep like it had fallen out along the side of the road somewhere, and they brought it home and cleaned it up. Yeah. They great. Testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. My whole comes carefully vague. Testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. Yeah, right. I was cold and night and Bob was sick as grits. Once I was finished setting up a camera, I got back to the car. Still brought my binoculars with me. With that nose and date, I looked at my binoculars. See, no problem. You used binoculars. Well, you may begin your cross-examination, right? This one better be good. How Edgeworth was seen. Finished, I got a camera and got back in my car. Let me see if this will get me penalized. How could you see Edgeworth? Only the host was egg and you see a tab never found get one from. Have trouble with that as is. Nobody loves me. Your camera. Yes, got an automatic. Issue as we're concerned is we're hard seeing research. Camera's nothing to do with this. It's insane. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. My binoculars with me. Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned you were looking for shooting stars, correct? Oh yeah. But you need a telescope, not binoculars for that. Got doubts about your camera too. Really take picture of meteor showers. Camera is relevant to this case. Can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is camera really relevant to this case? Believes it is, you may continue with line questioning. But know this, if you find nothing of this, there will be consequences. Right, you wish to press further about the camera? I wish to save. And then we can press further about the camera. Make a break of time. Camera's utmost important to you, Honor. Counts to keep this time face. And continue my line of questioning. Oh man, went overboard there. Very well, Miss Todd. You testified court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. To take pictures of meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that, like, photograph meteors? You know, that fog gets very thick on that, like, it's not suited to stargazing. Yeah, you see, I guess I'm thinking too straight, huh? Right, I would not have you badgering me because of a challenged intellect. Wow. Now, wait a minute. Any testimony? Star Edgeworth. Comments, please. Every binocular fog, how would not change that at all? What do you mean? Binoculars can't see through fog, but you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. No, No room for doubt in her testimony. Sounds pretty doubtful to me. Contradiction first. How many karmic objections I get? When we find a hole in this testimony, it's the last thing I do. Thonks. Do I present the camera? Yes, it is the camera. Look around, shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? Saw the camera you set up yesterday. It's pointing directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of stars, Miss Hart. Oof. She's gonna get held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's not a lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what's she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. This photo trying to photograph at the lake. Gordy. It's hard. This way you're trying to photograph. What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy. Sighting at Gold Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard no lake monster got proof of something. Just take photographs of this Gordy. Saves the game. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Let's see it. No joking around this time, please. Trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster. Photo? Man, go home and consider career change. Outside this oops, wrong evidence. What is your own camera? I was set. Okay, so it was this. Loud noise is correct. Photograph here is fired when the gun takes the lake. Here's this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? I used the camera to respond to loud noises. Order. I see, I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? Came there and tried to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad, huh? You always all that smart. Smart boy trying to forget photo got me, so what? Huh? Don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly what you several minutes of trying to prove. Nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! Distinctly said, the change is nothing. Not true. I'm saying about Gordy for the same reason, I know it. What could it have been? That is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Gordy? So hide the fact you were searching for Gordy from the court. Please revise your testimony. Okay, so what we've done is proven her completely unreliable. We don't even know she is a real student anymore. Right, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. I'm going to spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at university. See? Basically a photographer. Could be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I kept camping out by the lake. Saw us hiding and heard the bang look straight at the lake. Just look at, so just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and another gunshot. And the whole time, boat dropped my out and hope to fry. And fry you shall. Well, you may cross-examine the witness. Witness testimony is unchanged from before. What is she, a researcher? A photographer has no bearing on this case. No need to waste time with another point of cross-examination. Let's right to examine. Cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. A comment's up to something, I know it. Cross-examine her. Why? What is there a contradiction? Very well, you may cross-examined. You seem to be sure you must have something in mind. Oh, that would be a first. Ah, very funny. And this is the last chance cross-examination, right? testimony. This time we'll let the witness leave. Verdict at that time, Miss Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That's all it's hiding. No child to look at, so I just watched the boat. Flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Saving. Save the game. I don't see anything contradictory. One moment, save scumming. And some contracts has confirm any other way. There has to be something. Let me see if this. What do you mean that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even get him up on TV. Not sure that month qualifies. Last month's second was Bigfoot sighting on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they all say a picture of the newspaper for real. Right. But I cannot believe, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put an automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, bought it from a university professor. Every time it picks up and when it gets bang, snaps a shot. Yep. I picked that taken so far. The whole time the camera trigger was that night. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Now, what's up to? Like, this one with competitors. Competitors? Yes, you should have been trying to steal my scoop. Ah, maybe you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Right. That's a question with no relevance to the case. Whatever you say about Karma, I know you know to keep her quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it? It like for I can't say for sure, but sound like gunshot. Sure was sharp sound than I would have expected. Boat the whole time. Much else to look at? Yep. I know, she heard a bang. Thought Gordy was out here. I doubt she'd waste any time looking for a boat. What did I do now? What give me that look for? Suspicious made time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, Puppy Pops, I'm getting there. But the question is, which evidence is it? It might be this again. Yep, it is. It's hot. Are you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. There's the only thing out there, no one person be looking at it. Any normal person would. But you have gotten... But you are far from normal. What? You don't want to step over here and say that. You are camping at the lake, take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? It's gonna run inside of Gordy, that's what. Give the boat a second thought. True. Order. Continue right. You testified that you're watching the boat through binoculars. Everyone need binoculars to watch that boat. You need them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did start taking binoculars to scan the lake a bit. Gordy might be out there and all. It's odd. Saying you were not watching the boat then. Sorry, y'all. Wasn't even really, I just thought I could be a witness in murder and all. Kinda excited. Sure was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey! You got the photograph, you got proof. I can't see who's shooting in this. Right, that's what took the photo in. Witness? That's enough. Had a long day, shut your pie hole. Come on, what? What's she going to say? She took a photo and what? Wait a second. An ad photograph to prove it. You can tell who the photo is from shooting. Said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said a proper quality amount, but shoot, let's see who's who. Enlarge that photo. Someone from Karma, let her show it. Got a hunch. Photo shows something about Karma. This is my chance. Wrong, though. It'll mean Prince Bridgeworth or worse. What should I do? You should save the game. It's hard. Look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You're the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Arrest him. Disbarment. Disbarment. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photos to court. Shows the enlargement. Prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. Witness will show the enlargement to the court. It is. We can still not see who's firing in this. Defendant, maybe it's not. Regardless, accept this as evidence. Photo added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. Enlargement got the enlargement. It's good it's done for any of us. That's why I request you not show it. Means the cross-examination is over, obviously. Like, let's examine a lot of hard. Not too soon, that was a flagrant waste of time. Come on, Karma, do you have anything to add? State everything I need to and try again. Decisive evidence. Decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Of course, then leave time for me to declare my verdict. Supposed to go like this. Has to be going through the photo somewhere. Bad, real bad. What should I do? You should save. Use your time powers, right? Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. That might be. You're right. What about this? What do we mean photo strange? Okay, here goes nothing. Check what's strange about this photo. Okay, does it? Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What's the shooter strange? Hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? And directly contradicts another piece of evidence. The man in the left hand does what? Let me show you. Show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Right hand. Finally, it's the gun. It's clear the man's photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I'd like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Against definitive proof today, we now know that it's not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. And this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake at that night. We don't have definitive proof that Edgeworth was in the boat. The defendant have shot the victim. Suicide is what Edgeworth mentioned. Explanation for that remaining. Shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. So you're saying the victim committed suicide? Your Honor, I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. So very sorry, Mr. Wright. Suicide is out of the question. What? Victim's wound feels distant where she was shot. Distant? It was clearly shot from further than a meter away. Which means Edgeworth wasn't in the boat. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Or he could have been in the boat. I don't know how long a meter is. Thank you, public schooling system. Order, Mr. Von Karma, are you sure the accuracy data? Consent positive, you see? Autopsy cord has been updated. I see. Allow me to state my opinion concerning the situation to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is quite a conundrum, therefore I'd like to suspend proceeding for this trial for the day. Court orders the defense and the prosecution to investigate this matter further. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That's all. This court is adjourned. Depends on how long the boat is, true. Well, that was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but I have now in the lake anyway. It's suicide then you. About a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I did not. Apparently 3.28 feet, thank you. Just getting around. Look. I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. Tell her to watch what she says in court. He almost said thank you. He almost did it. And it nearly killed him. That's all. Would it kill you? Just state how you really feel with the thanks, Edgeworth. Decision transcript and lots of testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Or she didn't see the shooter. Part of the testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Plus, deposition added to the court record. To be continued. To be continued right now! Number 26, Detention Room Visitor Center. Maya. Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day, okay? It's a relief. Hey, why do you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I'm not the lawyer my sister was. Sorry. They did say trial. Just behave from now on, okay? We need to give him a cup phone so he won't have to say it to our face. True. He can stand around the corner and say it. Oh, okay. We can give him Maya's cell phone. Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. Tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably should stop my training. Like she really did do her best. These are any waterfalls in our local area. See my sister again. Big question yet? No, not yet. Check Gumshoe with Jess here now. Seeing as this is the first event, we'll let go after the questioning. Ellen wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Oh, how much? I know, but I guess I'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? I mean, that's not wrong depending on what it is, but I wouldn't think it would be that much right now. I guess let's check in with Gumshoe. Turn 26. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Oh, really? You live wire that one? Don't fight with Chief for not following protocol. Following protocol, I bet he wouldn't help build the case against Edgeworth. 26, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops still around the park. Detective Gumshoe is here today. Probably. Or Nature Park. Full family picnicking on the weekends, so called picnicking these days, though. Still from the early leaves. No trees here, just so I call it Nature Park. Quite pretty when cherry trees along the lakeside go into blossom. Today it's just cold. Wednesday, Board Lake Public Beach. Me and Larry around it all today, probably off hanging through the nose with Dave's lovely fiance. Hot dog stand is closed. Christmas fringe looks half baked. Banner reads Samurai Dog. Someone needs to redecorate. Ah! Hello! Hello! How are you doing? Look. Look at this. Look at Bert. Look at Bert. Decent running, how am I? I'm good. It's Bert.
So, that just happened.
Bert. Bert. I'm good. I have Bert. It's empty. At least the place is well maintained. But how was the rest of your stream? I was there for a little bit this morning. Famous Gourd Lake. It's right across there. Pretty big lake, really. Plastic bottles. I guess you buy a dog needed here. Not anyone would sit here on a day like this. Maya, if she had a samurai dog. His room was Yes 3 Wonders from Yes. Ninja 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, and Super C. I think I've only vaguely heard of one of those. Thick Gourd Lake Woods. But how were they? Gumshoe, hey pal, try today, or... Yes, about trial? I was gonna say, good show, it wasn't really at all. Though he did save Edgeworth, I guess. You have to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma's playing for tomorrow? I'd like to bring in another witness. Another witness? It says something about that in trial today. There were 2 witnesses. Wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. Much I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. I want to ask something about Edgeworth. What's up? Afraid earthquakes, I've never heard anything about that before. Edgeworth doesn't talk much about himself, see? I think that's clear to say. From him crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, him being scared of earthquakes, it all started with that incident. It all started with the accident. Many years ago. The 06 incident. Yep, that's the one. Years ago, right when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. So if he's in pain now, you can see it in his eyes. I'll ask you about my Faye, huh? Not on bail yet. That's strange. I told him to let her go as soon as they had the report written up. Man, I don't know what to have Dave want for courtroom for her. She getting dragged out by bailiff. Honest with you, I shed a tear or two. I worth even moved. I saw his lip trembling. Really, cold as ice to Edgeworth. Grateful for what you did, you know. Head back to the station. But on my end, get out of there as fast as I can. Thank you. Oh wait, how much your bail gonna be? Don't worry about that. Edgeworth's posting the whole amount. Well, Edgeworth, didn't I tell ya? He's grateful to her for what she did. My pal, well, don't forget to pick her up, okay? Edgeworth pay this month's rent too. Like, takes very good care of her SUV. It's covered with dents. I don't think anyone will run drive down here. Sign says no camping, funny place to pitch your tent. Trees grow quite thick here. Further back, trees fade in shadow where sunlight can't reach them. In some magazines on she takes pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Wonder why she brought a camping cooker with her. Convenience store right up the street. We're gonna see outdoor spirit. Last camera staring on lake as usual. Not like me could tell this camera must cost a pretty penny. Then leave it out here to get stolen. Steal it right. Steal it and use it to pay the rent. You know you want to. And more importantly, you know you can. Time to exploit rental shop. Rental shop closed today too. Small boat rental shop doesn't look any around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Pitching at the dock. The murder took place at a boat from the dock. And please took away the active boat that was used that night. See, there's space for one more boat at the dock. And 6 Detention Center Visitors Room. Hey Nick, you finally came. Finished up the paperwork, I'm free to go. For your last day? Those interrogators really mean. They're like, okay, what did you do this time? Some kind of criminal, can you believe it? They let you out in the end, didn't they? It reminds me, thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. That he's grateful for what you did. Edgeworth did that? Make it up to him. Gotta win this case, Nick. Gonna take the bail out of our salary, isn't he? What do you think what we should do next? Police department. And look for Gordy. I was kidding. Please at that cart. Head out there? Sure. I think we gotta... Wait, where's Edgeworth? Or where's... Visitor's room. Edgeworth is in questioning. Let's come back later. Guess so. I don't know where everything is. Gordon Lake entrance. How many cops around today are there? Probably back to precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey y'all! Hey, it's Lana. Y'all really did it today. What do we do now? I'm not complaining. See, I did a little... Making a little self-reflection, you might say. Being a witness is my big responsibility. But not blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lana. See, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? She's either gonna pull a gun on us, or pay her rent. What do you think of the trial? Honest, I was doing half just say I've been a witness. I hadn't really seen anything. Admit stuff I had, though. It'll cause y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky bag thing. You should know that now. Fine, next time I witness the murder. Right. I mean the first time you witnessed the murder. What about Gordy? Right. Figure the trial's only stoking the flames Gordy fever. Get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Right, how about you go, girl? Be investigative photographer too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lana, what do you mean by making it up? Well, you see, I got a bit of information for you. What? Is this legitimate information? Avon didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Get that out of it. Reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Thought this was making it up to us. Right. We'll exchange, make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you thinking, how sophisticated these southern folks are. All over your face. They're way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? We got a deal or not? What do we do, Nick? I guess we don't have a choice. Johnny leads. I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much, huh? We off your rocker? Sophisticated, but not trying to rob the poor. Huh? Exchange information. Listen good. Information about Gordy. Gordy? Yeah, but Gordy doesn't... I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. You can watch from the car, okay? And y'all come to me first. Right. See y'all later. Hey, Nick, let's go hunting. Don't just mean Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do you make a search for a monster? And a monster misget specialist? But... Okay. What is happening here? I've never been more confused and intimidated in my life. What's that? That's the Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is that? Yo, Beyonce's idea. She thought this year would be like really cool. Gave me along with the banner. Wow, that's real impressive. She could find those for you. You know, a lot of people. Now that the show's finished now, she got them for free. Right. She didn't have to pay millions of dollars. Because now they're technically rare. Hey, when did you get that big thing? The big guy? For about a month, yeah. Big hit with the kids. There yesterday. Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? That little unit in my hot dog stand, that's what you put air in the Steel Samurai. It was broke, so I sent in for repairs. Oh, I thought you'd played it by yourself. Because he's all full of air. Hey Nick, what happened with Edgy? I made it through the first day in court, alright? You know what good our process on from here on, though. You misjudged with secret witness, he's terrified of earthquakes. Acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. You're like that in school. No? Really? I mean, in the same class for a little bit. Schooled pretty quickly. Transferred? Right. The L6 incident happened. Look like Larry knows about it, though. Do you know anything about Gordy? Yeah, that's telling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Think Gordy really exists? I think it's probably something else they just saw with Gordy, but I keep telling Samurai Dog till the truth's out. Sorry, Nick, I don't know much about it. I'm here seller of hot dogs. Hi, Nick. Okay, he doesn't know anything about the gourd. Oh, rental shop. Oh, it's so quiet here. What about shop closed for good? I didn't like it all. Well, just taking a vacation till it all blows over. I get it. Corn Lake Woods. Hey y'all, well, find anything about the Gordy? No, nothing. Keep moving, gets cold out here at night time. It's a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa! No, you don't. No sneezing. Chew! Click, 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 click. Told y'all, no sneezing. Damage respond to things a little softer than a bang. More on Kama's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Not nice. What about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Sobs. Sobs in rent payment. Some days try that, but it's not serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Well, to get information about the case, tell us that at least, like I said. Ready for the dirt on Gordy. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? We're being investigated for photographer. What? Only have one photo with my name so far. Good one? You bet. UFO. Doing UFO things. Anyway, if I can't get a Korean make photo this time around, then that's it. We can go back to school. Oh, so are you a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. Okay, this is the same dialogue. Hello, Larry. I guess this? 26. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey there, pal. What's up, you look out of sorts? Hey, you didn't have to go on something that's going to hurt Mr. Edwards' case again. What do you mean again? Have a seat, pal. For you if you need anything, besides money, that is. That's the investigation proceeding. It's not really. Have another meeting coming up. Supposed to talk about Edgeworth and motive. Motive? Edgeworth father died in DL6 incident. Outload suspect incident with victim in this case. Robert Hammond. And that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. He never talks about his past. Back that out and hit him within court tomorrow too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Midtown look good, pal. Hey, do you know Gordy? Well, down Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Oh, are you out of your minds? Eh. Time to go monster hunter. I'm gonna have a question for me then. Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. Detective Gumshoe about to deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry, you're the one who started this conversation, Maya. I see, pal. Stop shouting at you. Okay, Detective Gumshoe will aid your search for Gordy. We'll only one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? Pick whichever one you want. Give us the goods. Now everything in due time. Press them and show them to you. Our best and brightest. Secret weapon number 1, missile. Missile? You have a missile? Oh, he's a dog. Still in training. Missile, here, boy.
Woof.
I love Missile. He looks related to Blep. Look. Okay, look. Look. Look at this. Do they not look related to you? There's not even a difference. Not a difference at all. There he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog. Cute dog. This will help us out.
Woof.
Nick, secret weapon 2, a fishing pole. It's my own personal pole. Actually, we're looking for a monster. Yeah! Catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole. Never know till they try, pal. On this last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by your choices. Number 3, a metal detector. Yeah. We're looking for something alive. Right. That's supposed to be with a metal detector. You never know what might be. I might be eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? Can't make up my mind. They all seem so perfect. Mine either, for totally opposite reason. And turn to borrow one of them. Let's start at the top of the list. Can I borrow a missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him.
Woof.
He's so cute. Oh boy. K9 unit missile borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. Alrighty. I don't know what to do with anything. But... Hey, Nick. You've been acting strangely. Missile? Oh, right. Little creature of the detectives. Boy, be nice to Missile. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy.
Roar.
What's wrong with Missile?
Yep, 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 yep.
Hey! Missile!
Punch, 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 punch.
Stop that! Cannibal, it's eating the dogs! It ate its entire stock! Damn my dogs. Wow, he ate every single one. Sorry, lady. Sorry! Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. I'm gonna have it. It's going to have to this time. Hey Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? Keep that man away from me. Gonna tell the big boss. Is the big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, hey, the stand is a front for mafia and laundering scheme. Maya, probably try to look a little sorry about what happened. Alright. My poor dogs. Can't get over the samurai dogs. Ritual samurai dogs, no less. But ritual first wins. Good idea. This samurai look a big place. It's so huge. Guess it's good advertising. This real samurai just doesn't work for me. It's pretty well made to me. Oh, it's aren't you, Nick? Really? You consider like Cody and me don't call up stuff like this. Samurai fams are obviously in a league of their own. See that signpost to the left? Right, exit. Alex looks sadly out of place here, flipping listlessly back and forth cold wind under a cold sky. Now I think it's based kind of festival atmosphere. Reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. War of the what? Why, you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is it? We used to do it every summer. I guess we were the only ones. Again, what the heck is it? Hey, Lada. Look cute. He's yours? Canine police dog named Missile. Huh. Canine's are the one who sniffs things, right? Got a bunch of weed in the back of my truck. What it smells like. I thought about that. Okay, no reaction. No Edgeworth. Classic Rosebrick office. Apparently Mr. Rosebrick is on vacation day. Well, I guess come back tomorrow if I need anything. Ah, fresh air. Gotta stay free and feels great. Stuff in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Yeah, misbehaving much more fun. Much fun when Metroid refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. My time showing me things. We have to get cracking on the case. More tricks out, please. He's bringing in another witness. I guess. Gee, can we borrow one of the other things? Yeah, sure, pal, but I have to take back the one I lent you. Department policy. Pick which will it be? Metal detector? I guess. Can we borrow the metal detector? Sure thing, pal. Sure, what we're gonna find with this. We hunt for a monster. Anything impossible. Anything! Makes noise when metallic objects are near a useful detection device. You get near your car, it just starts beeping. Can't figure out how to turn it off. Do you have anything to say about this? This machine. That's a compressor. The balloon there with air. Huh, neat. Got it ready yesterday, man. What a drag that was. Oh, Gourd Lake's pretty big. Yeah, say Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Sounds like someone's microwave is done. Nick, it's beeping. Metal detector found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Because I'm wearing my court suit, Maya. Nick, look! Huh? An air tank. Oh, the value looks broken. Thought it was Gordy. Alright, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? He's a land predator, secretly. Second of all, why did a metal detector react to a sea monster? Because he's secretly a submarine! Uh-huh. Something wrapped around this air tank. Looks like a string of flags. Well, take it with it now that we found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. Love it. Yeah, do you have anything to say about this? What? An air tank? What about it? The music changed. He had something to say it. Ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Air tank yours? It's a thing like that. See there's string of flags around the valve tank? Like a string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must be a coincidence. You liar. String flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Why need a tank anyway? Did you inflate something? Inflate that, didn't you? Wait, what? What else? The big puffy steel samurai. Now why would you go ask me a question like that? Like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, rest of it always sits on the fritz. Tried using tank to inflate it just once. And it didn't go so well. I suspected. Didn't go so well. Think you could be a little more specific? Come on, look, it's embarrassing. I don't really want to talk about it. Tell us? Tell us! Fine. Whatever, it's like I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that, and then, wham! How are you not dead? Must have opened and made this incredible noise. Tank there took off like a rocket. My poor deflated steel samurai with it. Went off into Gourd Lake. Scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. In the meantime... Give me one moment. You know what, I gotta see what I named this. Okay. There we are. Yes. Hail the bird. I will be right back. Okay. I'm back. I hope you enjoyed Bert. Yeah, tell us about this air tank. Thanks to Samurai you were trying blew away. What happened next? Happened at the 20th or so. 20th, a week ago. The tank went flying out into the lake. Out every night in the boat looking for it. Fiance gave me that Steel Samurai after all. When did you find it? Just the night before last. The way out there took me 4 whole days to find it. Night before last. What's the night of the murder? Welcome back? Thank you, Shadows. We're not telling you, Nick. Here on the night of the murder. Sam went home before midnight. Didn't know about what happened. No? That's too bad. Not bad at all. We've solved one mystery at least. Mystery, maybe we should go tell her. Are you referring to her? Well, Miss Lawyer? Got all the info you need. You got Gordy. Gordy doesn't exist. Not a such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? That's proof Gordy doesn't exist? Doesn't exist. It's here. Of course I have proof. Bad to make a claim without proof to back it up. Proof that Gordy doesn't exist. It's this air tank. There's air tank? What are y'all trying to do with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant to play the samurai doll there. Owned by a nincompoop named Larry Butts. Go an idiot. Who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. Used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Bang. Tank, along with his still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. Same time, couple was taking a photograph of the lake. Photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? This was a twist I wasn't expecting, but one that I much approve of. You call you Nick as short for Phoenix? No, his first name is Nick. But I didn't think of that. It's entirely possible that's why they named him that. Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. Sorry, Lada. No, it's okay, you win. The info like I promised. Or Lada. Nick Phoenix, right? Nick. His full name might be Nicholas. Or maybe his first name is Phoenix. What is... What is my name again? That's what... Yeah, but I have to say, no, okay, go on about that. Painful easy, no one doesn't catch a lot of interest. I forget. Information you have, promise to promise, I guess. I'm saying that with the witness tomorrow. Is Kate to go with the boat rental place up past the boat rental? Someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just no guy living all by himself. I should go check it out. I mean, they named Gumshoe Detective Dick Gumshoe, which are all different words for detective. So it's not entirely out of character for them. Thanks, Lada, we will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, not a murder. Can't click twice, you know. So wait, you have no photo? Will? But there's nothing at all, just the lake. What you said, so I kept to myself. Helpful at all, but here, take it. Second? Excuse me. Make photo add to court record. Just an empty lake, taken automatically on 12/24 at 11:50 p.m. Bye now, y'all take care. Pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. It still lives on, I guess. Legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. Something smells. It's usually the butts. Once you whip that butts into shape. Many have tried. All have failed. Haven't they, Larry? Are you aware that you crushed a woman's dreams today? Nonsensic boat rental shop. Hey Nick, this boat shop Lad was talking about, you're right. Anyone around at all? Go check it out anyway. We're breaking in. 26 Caretaker Shack. Leg, is that you? Yeah. Hey, that Keys with you? Where you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. Think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg, yes. I made up your mind, have you? My mind. You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Make your old man proud. Else I didn't know what to think. We keep this place running, old man like me. Probably the kids are home. Hello, hello.
Squawk!
Nick, what was that? Parrot, the one on the perch. Keith. Yes. Keith, wet noodle in your capable hands, sonny. Nick, what's a wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. What are you thinking, Polly? Oh, hello!
Squawk!
Yep. Fell asleep. Guess he's relieved. Pasta shop, yep. Thinking what noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father stopped, you know, that makes it you two the third generation. Egg. Yes. Oh, so that was secret of dough tossing. Dough tossing. You too, Keith. Yes. That's pasta wrangle at the West ever seen. Pasta wrangle at the West? Is it pasta from Italy? Meg. Yes, sir. You know the best pasta made west of the Rockies, don't you? And of course, everyone knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up this own family charade? Charade? I'm meant to know something about the murder. We're not leaving till we find out what that is. It's this boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? Place pasta, the wet noodle. Mention it, I haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. I'll say you dude, want to ride on one of your boats? I keep boats out there, youngsters these days. Darned if I understand them. Pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. Old man's witness tomorrow, right? I'll find some way of getting information out of him. The parrot. No clues here. Wow, what a made parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? Ignored me. Ugh. What, you forgot me? You gotta call a name first. Your name? Polly, how you been? Hello? Hello?
Squawk!
See? It says parrot's name is Polly. Polly add to the court record. And all she can say is hello. Our old Polly can say lots of things. Just need to know the secret words. The secret words. Polly! Polly, what's your name? Polly?
Squawk!
Hee cute. Maya's found a new friend. They really need to wash this. Kitchen unit is pretty clean. Funny doesn't look the type who keeps things tidy like that. Getting to keep running pasta shop here. Apparently it is very clean. They're fishing board like, aren't they? Funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Television in here too. Fishing pole looks expensive. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Look warm. Great view. We should do it at the office. Client snug and warm, drink hot cocoa. What? Talk about what? Murders? You're a party pooper, Nick. Oh, he has a television here, too. Look for the safe. It's locked. Isn't he a keys? Gonna track how fast we're talking about. Our rainbow-ly? Indeed, that's all we should use. Indigo blue. Indigo blue? Seemed to work the way I thought it might. Maybe that's nerd dirt, but wear and tear. True. It just needs a new coat of paint. One of these things is gonna work. What if we just pull a gun on him? Did she leave her camera here? Hey, Nick. Well, don't tell me you're hungry again. No. Wondering why I can't be rats made of aluminum. Didn't talk about that in any law books. Saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. So we need to get the Spaghetti Man to talk. It's my infernal affairs. The gumshoe isn't here. Nintendo say a big meeting to go to. That's right, let's come back later. Detention Center? No. Grossberg? No. Can you question the bird? I don't think we can properly do so. We could probably question Larry about the bird. Larry knows nothing about birds. Or Larry is a loser. We got everything from the bird. Polly. Okay, we can talk about the bird. Thank you. Yeah, Mom, it got worse there late. That's why I did sell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important. I wonder. Polly, what's the number to safe? 1228! Squawk! Thank you, Shadows. Alright. Hey, Polly! Watch it, will ya? Yeah, see ya, Nick. Takes a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. 1228. We're breaking in. Hey, it's locked. 1228, Maya. One, 228. I'm gonna double check that that's correct. Because they explicitly told us to write it down. What's the number to save? 12228! Squawk! I technically do, but I was just double checking the safe. I feel like... because pretty much everything else was of dubious relevance to him. I say we double check the other locations now. Okay, then I guess we must have something. We do have more things, I guess. Attorney badge? That a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. The badge. Badge was the correct option again. So okay, first one recognized my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep, Biggie out now. You're not Keith. Nick, another chance to clear things up. Sir, no, I'm not Keith. Not Meg either. Here, the investigating murder took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. Lawyer, huh? Yes, please, mister. Alright, I'll help, but on one condition. That. It's over and done. You run the wet noodle. You know what? We promise. This whole lawyer thing isn't working out that well anyway. We need a side business. Or 3. Nick, are you sure about this? Anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to try fitting Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say? You too, Meg? Yes. Yeah, you brought here the old man's eye, you know? No, speak up, Polly. Hello, Squawk! I was talking to a bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Present Polly? I was my own friend in the world. Isn't that right, Polly? Hello. Squawk! Yep. I'll sleep. So that they can reuse this. Is it this lady? Yep, I've seen this. Know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay, you can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yep, it's the other night. On the lake. Yes? Know all about that, I've seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. You were the one who shot him, weren't you? Oh, since you're talking over the chop and all. Time, but it was pretty dark. Probably not. Yep. Midnight, but okay. There's a bang, so I looked outside, and then I heard another one. Bang! Then he dies. Did they ever find the body? They found the body. They have an autopsy report. Oh, this boat come back young by my window here. Something about himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. No earlier than that. And what, eh? Terry was just here. Terry? You're the kid next door. You always make me cry, remember? This sad old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out of the face. Talking about Detective Gumshoe. Tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Don't think we're gonna get much useful information from this guy. Maybe we should be leaving. You're right. Oh wait, I have one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Squawk! Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6! Squawk! It's all the squawk. All squawk. What? DL6 incident. Hey, Dad. They're getting weird. Who is this old guy? Poor Polly know about DL6. Figure out what that old man is. Oh. He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I can do more research in DL6 incident. Detective Gumshoe. He knows. Squawk! 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 I apologize for anyone's ears. Out of my way, Larry. '26. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey, pal, long time no see. Don't look so happy. Wrong this time. ask you something, yeah? Do you know anything about this parrot? What's that, a parrot? That rental shop parrot knew about the incident. That incident, TL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? It's time.
Squawk!
Don't forget DL6!
Squawk!
Huh? Pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would the old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if the old man was connected to DL6? It was a setup. Heck, you think he might be? It looks like he's gonna kill someone. Build a boat rental shop down lake? Oh yeah. Man who runs this pier in port tomorrow, right? How do you... That was supposed top secret. You know who the old man is, detective? Actually, I don't. He's been an old bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. At first, he wasn't persuasive enough to stand testify as witness. That's gonna miss a lot of heart. Who he is? He has absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Feel as though if you can't... Yeah, you do look angry. Please help us, huh? You need to know about the DL6 incident. Edward's father died. Can't help but think it has something to do with this current case. Tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Edward prevented from reading the file. But I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, convince me somehow the incident related to the case. Guess I'd consider opening the file up. Yet yeah, sounds like you need information on DL6 incident. To the station record room, I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. Guess time we face Edward's pass. Can we take Missile with us? 26 Police Department Records Room. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of file and 10 years of dust, I guess. DS6 stuff quick. Go, both me and Edward were 9 years old. In 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. As DL6. I found where the file is. Oh, thanks. I'd imagine it'd be in Rodi Part L-6. If these are organized how I think they'll be. DL6 instant, I'll get right file. First I get main facts like a summary. Summary, found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. So, yeah, the janitor isn't allowed in here. It's like, he's not allowed in the evidence room in case he throws someone or something, or someone for that matter, away. 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. In 2 days, the case is closed. Placed in the elevator at the district courthouse. What? District courthouse? We're holding trial now? Looks like it. There's a large earthquake on 2 p.m. on that day. Court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. Time 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? Scary like that in the dark. There's a bullet hole in that window. Lack of oxygen in the elevator and survivors were unconscious. The survivors. The elder one had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? The father had been shot before his very eyes. Miles Edgeworth, one of the other passengers in the elevator. Had a victim Edgeworth's father. Yeah, hold on. Victim, here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35. Defense attorney, if he were still alive, he'd be 50. They have dated this game. Because the incident took place in 2001. And it's 15 years later. Meaning this game takes place in 2016. Quick math. And his son Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. Father and with his father. The angle of the bullet and other evidence could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, the pistol, was found in the elevator. It had been fired 2 times. I've seen this before, huh? Sounds just like the current case. What's going on here? a dead-on suspect in there. That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. Been arrested. Suspect in Deal 6 was Yanni Yogi. Quick in court, apparently. Must have been the third person in the elevator. Then he had to have done it. But he found innocent thanks to defense lawyer Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim of our case. Right. Suspect Mr. Yogi was oxygen deprived so much that he had brain damage. Lost all memory of being in the elevator. Third instant, he disappeared. Would Yogi have gone to, I wonder? Maybe closer than we think. He went to the parrot. I don't have DL6 now. I don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. Just take what we think we'll need. DL6 case file had court record. Right. Probably all we'll be able to find here. All that's left to trial tomorrow. Wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Well. We're right at about 3 hours, so I suppose we'll call it there. But yeah. Thank you for being here, Shadows. And I'll find someone to raid. Let's see. Oops, be on. Thank you for the stream. You are welcome. I just got things to do, so furthermore, this can be a bit taxing if you go on too long on your throat. So yeah, we will. If Twitch will load. Here, look at Bert. Look at Bert. Best Bert. Yep. Let's. I think I know who to raid. Nice to raid if you have a sub. Therapy if you don't. I hope you all have a lovely day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I'll see you tomorrow for more Cyber Shadow. And yeah. Okie dokies. Bye-byes.